Good morning, this is Joy with Wonder in Kingston Springs. It is May 8th, and for today's What in the Wonder, I want to reference back to the newsletter this week. So if you're not aware, we have a newsletter that goes out every Wednesday that Kennedy and I both write a little bit because we both like to write. So that's an outlet for ourselves, but it's just kind of a reflection on what's going on, whether it's in our own lives or in nature, and just kind of a check-in. And then you also get updates on what's new, what's going on at the shop. But this week I talked about learning and how there was a group of women who came in this past weekend, and the discussion got on the topic of people who don't have hobbies and how bizarre that was to them, because there's just, you can look in any direction and there's just things to learn about and be excited about. And that I chimed in at that point because that's exactly how I feel. There's not enough time in the day for all the things that I love to do and are interested in. And leading into that, here at Wonder, that's a big goal of ours, is to highlight all of the wonderful things that you can learn about when it comes to nature, whether it is growing food or learning about birds and how to plant for the birds. Kennedy referenced this book. This is what she's reading through right now. It's a really great reference. Or learning about native edibles and foraging, or plants that heal, medicinal plants, both native and non-native. And also for this week, I learned, I already knew this, but I was reminded that there are plants that we don't always think of as being hummingbird attractors that are, especially this time of year. So Ansonia, I saw several visits to this flower from our hummingbirds here. Also, penstemon is a really big favorite for a lot of bees, especially small bees as they climb in to get the nectar and pollen. These Monarda citriodora are blooming right now. This is an annual / biannual really attractive bee balm that every kind of cut flower pollinator attractor garden needs to have for sure. And then I wanted to hop over here because this is the second year in the row we've had summer tanagers, where I guess I've started to notice because I'm learning more about birds. And the male was sitting on this wire, but why is because our service berries are starting to ripen. And so we will see them come down to our lot because they're kind of shy, but when we're not open or not busy, I'll see them a lot more because they're going for a food source. So that's that. I hope you guys have a good weekend with your mothers, because it is Mother's Day. And we will see you soon.